yourself to settle into a state of calm receptivity, knowing that you do not need to imagine success as something distant or unfamiliar, but as something already quietly known within you. Take a slow, natural breath and sense the body as it is now, grounded, supported, alive. Awareness is present, and within this awareness exists the capacity to learn through experience, sensation, and imagery. Today's session gently invites you to explore how the subconscious mind does not distinguish sharply between what is remembered, imagined, or anticipated. It learns through rehearsal, through felt experience, through identity. Allow the body to relax while the mind becomes attentive, like a calm observer who is also a participant. Feel the breath moving in and out, steady and rhythmic, anchoring you in the present moment while also opening a doorway to possibility. As each breath flows, imagine that you are becoming more receptive to the idea that the version of you who lives with clarity, balance, and purpose is not someone you must become, but someone you can begin relating to now. Notice how this idea lands in the body. Perhaps there is curiosity, resistance, openness, or neutrality. Whatever arises is welcome. The subconscious accepts what is allowed. Now allow your awareness to gently drift forward in time, not forcing an image, but permitting impressions to form naturally. Imagine a future moment in which life feels aligned, where daily actions flow from a sense of inner certainty rather than pressure or doubt. This future is not dramatic or exaggerated. It is realistic, grounded, and quietly confident. See yourself going through an ordinary day from this future perspective. Notice how you wake up, how your posture feels, how your breathing moves, how your attention rests. Observe the subtle differences. Perhaps there is more ease, more direction, less mental noise. Let these differences be felt rather than analyzed. Feel them in the chest, the shoulders, the belly, the face. The subconscious understands sensation before words. As you observe this future version of yourself, notice how decisions are made. Choices arise naturally from identity rather than effort. This version of you does not struggle to motivate action because action feels consistent with who you are. Sense how focus, confidence, and calm coexist effortlessly. You are rehearsing a way of being, not forcing an outcome. Now, gently step into this future version, seeing the world through their eyes. Feel the ground under your feet, the air around you, the sound of your own voice when you speak. Notice the quality of attention as you interact with the environment. There may be a sense of stability, clarity, or purpose. Allow your nervous system to absorb this way of being. This is embodied success, not measured by external markers alone, but by internal coherence. As you embody this future identity, notice how challenges are approached. Difficulties still arise, but they are met with steadiness rather than reactivity. Feel how the body remains grounded even when complexity appears. This future identity trusts itself. It does not rush. It does not collapse into doubt. Allow that trust to register deeply. The subconscious learns by association. As you continue to experience this future self, notice how values express themselves naturally. You may see yourself engaging in work, relationships, creative pursuits with a sense of alignment. There is less friction between intention and action. Feel how this alignment shows up physically, perhaps as openness in the chest, relaxation in the jaw, steadiness in the breath. Allow these sensations to strengthen. Now, gently bring attention to the present body again, without leaving the future identity behind. Notice that these sensations can coexist with your current experience. You do not need to wait for circumstances to change to begin embodying this state. Even now, you can sit with a little more ease, breathe with a little more confidence, listen with a little more clarity. This bridging of present and future is how identity shifts. Now introduce subtle hypnotic suggestions that support this integration. Allow phrases such as "I act from clarity naturally," or "My future self guides my present choices" to arise softly in the background of awareness. Do not repeat them forcefully. Let them settle like seeds in fertile ground. The subconscious responds to repetition combined with feeling. Each time you imagine and feel this future identity, you strengthen its pull. Now imagine returning to daily life after this session, carrying with you a quiet sense of direction. Notice how attention is subtly reorganized. Distractions lose some of their power because there is a clearer internal reference point. Feel how this changes your relationship to time, urgency, and effort. You begin to act not to prove yourself, but to express who you are becoming. This reduces strain and increases consistency. Now allow awareness to rest for a few moments in this integrated state, where present awareness and future identity overlap. This is not fantasy. This is rehearsal. The subconscious is updating its map of who you are. As it does, behavior follows naturally. You may notice moments of doubt arise, saying this is unrealistic or too easy. Recognize these as old patterns protecting familiarity. There is no need to push them away. Simply return to sensation, to breath, to the felt sense of alignment. The future identity does not argue with doubt, it outgrows it. As the session deepens, imagine the long-term effects of repeatedly returning to this embodied future state. Over days and weeks, actions accumulate effortlessly. Habits align without force. Confidence grows quietly. You may not even notice the shift until you look back and realize that responding from clarity has become natural. Let this realization sink in gently. Now begin to draw awareness back fully to the present moment, feeling the body seated or lying here, grounded and alert. Notice that even now, something has shifted, perhaps subtly, perhaps clearly. Trust that the subconscious continues this integration beyond conscious awareness. As you prepare to conclude, remind yourself that the future you rehearsed is not separate from you. It is a direction already encoded within your values, attention, and choices. Each time you pause, breathe, and act from presence, you strengthen that identity. Let this session close with a sense of quiet anticipation, not anxious striving, but confidence that aligned action will follow naturally. Carry with you the understanding that success is not something you chase, but something you gradually embody by living from the version of you that already knows how to be clear, balanced, and purposeful, moment by moment.